Hi folks, good morning or afternoon or evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. I hope you're alright. My name's Jean. This is my mostly unboxing channel that you're watching now. And if you do enjoy watching this video and you're not already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you do consider it and maybe giving this video a like, or a thumbs down if you're not that keen on it. It's your choice, totally up to you. Even if you leave me a comment, I'll do my best to have a read back and reply to you in a timely manner, although sometimes that doesn't happen maybe as fast as I'd like. Anyway, to get back to it, it's not an unboxing video right now, but it was when I first filmed it, because I was going to go over what I'd got in my latest order from Rainbow Connection, because you'll have seen on some of my other videos where I've shown you what I've got on my nails, that it's usually something that I've got from Rainbow Connection, and it's actually as I say, the latest order that I got from them that I want to show you today. As I say, I did do a video, but it kind of went a little bit pear-shaped, so I deleted it and decided I'd do it again. Okay, so let's go. Everything is already unpackaged, so I'll just put it in front of the cameras here and you can see what there is. Right, I'll talk about that in a second. And these are what I'm gonna throw on the floor. It's okay, that one wasn't part of this order. I started buying Baroness X liquid nail art supplies a couple of months ago. The reason that you'd not seen them up until now is that the first order I bought, we went on a bit of a blitz tidy up, and the box that I'd got, the first ones that I bought, got tidied up in the tidy up, and my other half actually found them when he was looking for something else the other night. So I've got these out here now. These are what came in this last order. So we've got this one, which is a really nice holographic black called Hypnotic. And then you've got this one, which is a good looking holographic silver called Chasing Rainbows, quite aptly. Here we've got one called Taffeta, and this one, which is the last one in this order, this really lovely bright purple, is called Regal. Those four are fluid art bottles, right? These ones that I've got here, and yes, there are quite a few. From the accumulated bottles in the first two orders, I had 13 bottles, and so I didn't want to just stay at 13 because as a number I don't like it. I'm just a little bit superstitious like that, so I bought these 4 more. Okay, so you'll notice from these lids here that most of them have got this like holographic drop design on them, and there are 2 that haven't. This is because these 2 are kind of what you either lay down first and use these ones to drip onto, or the other way around, because the whole thing with the liquid nail art thing is to make decals, and these are some of the ones that I've made now. Some of them do look a little bit scrappy because they're really delicate, and it doesn't seem to matter whether or not the nail varnish you lay down is thick or thin coats. They're all still as fragile as each other, so you do need to try and be careful handling them. But the thing that you're trying to get, the effect that you're looking for, if I can pick this one up, can you see? Can you see these on it that look like little holes in the design? Let's see if there's another one that I can show you that looks a bit more obvious. I'm not sure there is. Let's have a look at that one. No, you can't tell very well with that either. Sometimes you fall lucky and you get the design coming up really well. But yeah, that's the effects that you're looking for. These that kind of make it look a bit like remember when you were at school in biology class, and the teacher says to look down the telescope at like a section from a cell, from a leaf, and you get to see the cell shapes. That's kind of what you're looking for in here, and those like little hole designs are actually called cells. So easiest way to remember it is like the cells that you see down a microscope in your biology class are kind of the same as the cells you get in this nail polish design. But yeah, these ones with this bits cut out, they're just ones that I'd already used part of in my last session when I was giving them a go. But I'll show you just how delicate they are. You see, like, watch, look, that's how easy they are to snap. So I've got that little bit off there, then I can just crumble it in my hands. It's that delicate. However, when you get them onto your nails, you lay down a bit of base coat just to cover your nail. You put the decal on. If you can pre-cut it to the size you need it for your nail, that's really great, but it doesn't always happen. What I did, and it did make it look a bit scrappy, was when I got it down on the base coat, I just pinched off with my finger round the edge. You just have to be careful that you don't stretch it too much, or else it's going to pull up from the base of your nail or from round the sides. And then when you've got it onto your nail, you put a top coat over it just to seal everything in. And then that makes them a little bit less delicate, but they are still kind of fragile around the edges of your nails. Anyway, that's that bit of this order out of the way. Let me get those. Oops. Oh yes, of course. This is what you use to make those decals on. Just silicone sheets like these, which I also bought from Rainbow Connection. These are about £3-4 a packet of 2, and you can use and reuse and reuse. And yes, these bits that are on there weren't already there. They were nice clean sheets when they first came to me. These are just like little leftovers of the liquid art polish that didn't come up when I picked the decals off. Right, so that's those two. Now to the rest of this order. They've recently started stocking a new supplier called Clionadh Cosmetics. They are based in Canada, and they have some really nice stuff. There's 2 or 3 different ranges in the polishes that they are stocking at the moment, and these are the 2 that I bought. Even the boxes are nice. This one is from the stained glass range, and it's called UV. And this one is from the Slickadelics range, and it's called psilocybin. Let me just make sure I said that right. Yes, there you go. Can you see that? And psilocybin is actually the one that I've got on my nails right now. It's also a magnetic, so because I've got a few different magnets, I had to go with a couple of them last night. So there's that one that I tried that's made those little circle designs there. There's that, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's kind of made it a little off-center line. And then there's that one. This one, it was with a magnet that I got from Holotaco. And this one, it was done with a magnet that I got from Rainbow Connection, that had got a couple of different designs on. There was one that's like a flat oblong, and the other end had got a little magnet there and a little magnet there, so you got that slightly wavy design. It's really nice. If you're wanting to know like prices of these, the stained glass bottles, and I'll take them out and show you. The stained glass bottles are £12.50 a bottle. That's what UV looks like. When you put it on your nails, it's not as white as it looks in the bottle. You get more of this quite, I want to say ethereal, quite ethereal purple colour, but it is very, very sheer. When you put it on by itself, I had 3 coats on and I could still see my nail through it, although it looked like a really nice, very pale, ghostly, glittery purple. They do say that it goes well over creme polishers, but I've not tried it over a creme yet. That one, that stained glass one in the Slickadelics, was £12.50. And the, sorry, not Slickadelics, stained glass. I should remember with the design on the side of the box. Slickadelics, it's got this design on the sides of the box, really nice. For the psilocybin, this one was £13 a bottle, and that looks to be about the price for many of the Slickadelic ones. And from what I can see, I think they might all be magnetic as well in Slickadelics. But can I get this light to change any better? No, I can't, because it's just going to be reflecting on the bottle. But yeah, you can't really see in the bottle the same as what you can see on my nails. But that's like the colour payoff that you get. It is really nice. Now, as to how long this particular nail polish will last on my nails, I don't know, because I've got a few days with no work, so it's not going to be like normal working days where my hands are going to be using a variety of different things. Probably the most I'm going to be doing in the house is like a bit of light housework, and when I'm washing the pots I always do it with rubber gloves on anyway, so I can have the water as hot as I can. But using this one, because I had this one on at work yesterday and the night before, the longevity of it wasn't very much. By the time I got home yesterday, I had got little bits missing from the edges of my nails. There were no obvious chunks off, but by that point, because there were little bits missing, I knew it was like that, and I wanted to change it, and I wanted to give the Slickadelics one a go. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link downstairs as usual to Rainbow Connection, and you can have a look at everything that Annette sells. Some of the Clionadh Cosmetics nail polishers are already low stock. So if you're interested in looking at them, I would say to look sooner rather than later. Some of these liquid art ones are low stock as well. All of these that you've seen that I've shown you today, because I've got a lot of different colours now. These are all Baroness X ones. You can see some of them on the nail art page, and there's also an alphabetic one. If you go under B, choose Baroness X, you can see all the ones that they've currently got in the liquid art range. Right, so the last thing that I got in this order is the last thing that I want to show you on this particular video. Right, okay, so looking at it like that, you can't really hazard a guess as to what it might be. Okay, you can see it's called Deep Sea Treasures by looking at it like that and seeing it on the side there. And this is another one from Clionadh Cosmetics. Annette doesn't normally stock like face makeup type cosmetics. It's usually just the nail stuff and fragrance things like wax melts and like cuticle creams and things like that. So this is kind of a bit of an adventure into something else that I don't think the page is stocked yet, but I'll show you what it is anyway. Okay, so open it up like this. You might still not be 100% as to what it is. If I put it like that, let me move a few of these bottles out. It'll give me a bit more room on this side. In fact, look at this, chucking them all over the place now. Okay, so if I take this outer sleeve off, you end up with this. And then really pretty decoration on it, really pretty artwork. And it looks nice on the back as well. And you can see from here, it's vegan and cruelty free. Handmade in Toronto, Canada by Clionadh Cosmetics Inc. And you've got a little logo there, Ontario made. So you've got a little bit of the company there. And if I pop it open, because it's got a magnetic closure, this is what you see. Let's take off that plastic. So you've got a really handy little mirror there, which is always good to have. And then you've got an 8-pan eyeshadow set. You've got Saltwater Pearl, The Bends, Fool's Gold, Kelp Forest, Ring of Fire, Cephalopod, Shipwreck and Scuba. So these they do look lovely in the palette. I'll show you what they're like on my skin as well, because my skin is pale enough for you to be able to see what they look like. So I'll start with Saltwater Pearl, and you can see that it's just that little bit on my skin, and that's what that one's like. Am I actually showing this any? You can see it looks, to me it looks more obvious, but just in the camera there you get a really subtle little glitter. And then we've got The Bends. Show you how much of that I put onto my finger, and that's The Bends. Next up we've got Fool's Gold. There you go, just that little tiny bit. That's quite bright looking. And then we've got Kelp Forest, which is this one. Yeah. Right. Next up we've got Ring of Fire, which is this one. And I'll put that one there. And then we've got Cephalopod. Make sure I've actually got some on my finger. That one is Cephalopod. The one after that is Shipwreck. So that one looks like it's a really quite dark one. Although when you put it onto the skin that you actually want to put it on, it's not too densely covering. And then the last one is Scuba. So you can see kind of what they're all like, just from me putting it on my arm like that. Now, when I first saw this palette on Rainbow Connection, I did immediately say, oh, that is so beautiful. But then when I saw the price of it, I really had to justify buying it. Because I've got a lot of cosmetics that I don't really wear, but I'm kind of going to have to start wearing them again so that I can get some use out of this. Because, by the way, this one has gone down to low stock as well now. I really don't know how many are left, but this one just on its own was £85. When I did first see the price of it, I did sort of go, oh, I really don't know about that one. But then as time went on and I saw a few unveilings of it, I thought, I want to get some more nail polish. I can afford that eyeshadow set on this occasion. At this point, I've got enough money to be able to buy it. So I did, as I say, I did think about it before I got it. I've tried it a couple of times. Next time I use it, I'm actually going to try using an eyeshadow brush, because I found that putting it on with my finger, with the tip of my finger, wasn't actually, it didn't go on too well. I mean, it looks really nice when it's on. The colours are lovely, but just putting it on with your finger, and it probably was because I didn't use an eyeshadow primer either. I got quite a lot of fallout just on the tops of my cheeks, under my eyes. I ended up looking as though I'd come from a 70s disco, because I'd got all these glittery particles under my eyes, and it was just where it had fallen off my eyelids. So next time I'm going to try it with an eyeshadow primer and an actual either applicator or brush, and it might stay on better. When I've got a little bit more time as well, I can experiment better with it as well. But like I say, it's an absolutely beautiful palette, and it comes beautifully packaged. And as you saw, the shadows were really shiny and that. I mean, I've wiped it off my arm now, but there's still glittery bits on my arm. If you want to have a look at it, that's totally up to you. I'm not saying to anybody you've got to go out and buy it. If you want to buy it and you can justify the expense, then, you know, all power to you. And I hope you get some really good wear out of it. Probably knowing now what it's like, or rather knowing before I ordered it, about the, I want to say flakiness of the eyeshadow, but of how many particles would kind of fall off onto my cheeks. If I'd have known about that before I ordered it, I might not have got it. But yeah, it's so pretty, and I'm really going to try and get use out of it. So yeah, that's that one. So pop that to one side. So that is it for this order. I do hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the sort of nail varnishes I'm playing with now, and what the decals are like, and what they like to do. They're actually really easy to make as well. You don't need any special brushes, but you just have to make sure that when you lay the colour down on your mat, that when you put another one on top, you don't cross-contaminate the brush from the second nail polish with what you've laid down from the first, because otherwise it just might make what's left in your bottle go a funny colour, and you might think you've wasted your money and not want to use it again. You know, just be careful giving it a go, if that's what you want to do. But yes, so yeah, as I say, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know what you thought. And yes, I do know that eyeshadow palette was expensive, but as I say, I'm going to do what I can to get as much wear as possible out of it. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. The weather here today, it actually looks not too bad. It's nice and sunny outside. It's not raining, it's not blowing a gale, so great stuff. But maybe just take your gloves in your pocket to be on the safe side, and I'd say make sure you've got some sun cream with you as well. Again, just to be on the safe side, because you don't know how hot it's going to get. We're into June now, and all bar a few days right at the very beginning to say that we're only on the 4th. It's been okay so far, all bar a couple of days. So that's me done for this video. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.